Today we're gonna be discovering which food farms are the best for your survival world. We're gonna be going over one design of chicken, cow and sheep farms and rating them based on how practical they are. And keep in mind that 3 farms produce meat and each also has their own special item, such as chickens who also drop feather, cows drop leather and sheep drop wool. Also, I didn't include a pig farm as it drops no unique item, so it's pretty useless. And quick side note, any stone bricks used in this video are building blocks which you can replace with whatever you like, as long as it's not wood. Starting off, we have one of the best and cheapest chicken farms designed by Trilliums or whatever. And these are the materials for it. However, I did add a small thing involving a rail and hopper minecart to make the collection system better. We're gonna place our chest with the hopper connected to it. And here comes my addition where we have to raise the farm up 1 block in order to place the minecart hopper. And you can now carefully break the rail under. Next is the dispenser, being 1 block higher than the usual, and I can break this. Next is slab, and we're gonna have to use some temporary blocks for this redstone clock. So place your comparator followed by the repeater and redstone dust as shown. And back to our dispenser, place your building blocks and glass, and thin the hoppers connected to the dispenser. Place more temporary blocks and place glass all around, and break the temporary blocks. Also, if your redstone clock is already working after you broke the temporary blocks, then make sure to take out whatever items you have in your dispenser. Place down a block right here and finally, place in your lava and make sure to place back the block fast before you burn. And finally, get your chickens, however I'll do it the easy way because I can. Keep in mind, there is the max entity count, but it's just very big, so you can get a lot of chickens in there before they die of entity cramming. I'm not gonna rate it just yet, because I'll do an AFK test for all the farms at the end, so stay tuned for that. Now for our next farm, it's gonna be a cow farm, and the most popular design for this seems to be Shulkercraft's farm, so let's get into it. And if you're planning to build his farm, make sure to watch this full timestamp, because I have very important information about this farm. Now our items are very simple for this, which is the big pro of this farm. Also, editing side note, it's actually 2 fences, so my bad. We start off with the collection system like usual. Then the hoppers connected to your chest. And now in the video, Shulkercraft made a 1x1 farm. However, for 1.20 plus users, I'd recommend at least 2.1. So place the hoppers like that and put your building blocks around like that, followed by stairs with a stair on the ground like shown in the direction of the chest or wherever direction you like. You can also place 2, it doesn't really matter. Then put in the water and now you need cows. So I'll do it the easy way again. Now you put 2 temporary blocks to place the fences above them so they don't fly off to Venus, which may actually be a bit hard to do with this many cows. Don't ask what happened. Now the important note that I have here is that apparently ever since 1.20, Mojang has secretly added a feature where you can't breed mobs if entity cramming is maxed, which means this farm is essentially nerfed a lot, which is why we need to make it bigger. And also, if you can't breed, you'll need to manually kill some cows yourself to be able to breed again. Okay, well, probably don't do it with a sword with sweeping H3 on it. Now for sheep farms, they don't seem as popular, but the most used seems to be Farzy's farm. So let's test that. Here are the materials needed, and let's get started. We start off with the chest in the middle, then go 1 block away, and build all around the chest a wall with a height of 4. Also, apparently Farzy lied, 30 blocks are not enough. I got some more. You can also make your chest a double chest, no idea why I didn't do that first. Next, place hoppers leading into our chest. Now from the back, we're gonna have to break the middle block and place an observer and place back your block. Now place the button and an upside down stair. Place dispensers like this. Put lava buckets into these dispensers and shears into the lower dispensers. Now build a block and leave the middle block empty. This hole is to put sheep in. Now the tricky part with trapdoors, the lower ones on the hopper don't matter the placement. However, the top ones, make sure to place the trapdoors near the hole, so when you close them, it looks like this. Now use the glass and place it like this now. For the redstone part, break the block behind the stair and put redstone dust like this to link the redstone with the side dispensers. And again, his materials were wrong, lol. Do the same for the other side. Now replace these two with repeaters set on max ticks, which is basically being the torches being very far away. Same for the other side. Finally, place your water on the building, not trapdoor or stair, as you can see why. Now finally, to get sheep in, you need to make a staircase of blocks like this to lead them to the water block above. But I'll just use spawn eggs, okay? Well, shouldn't have done that. So after you've gotten around 20 sheep, again make sure it's not 24 if you're on 1.20. You can open these trapdoors, that way any new baby sheep you breed will fall into here, and same for the other side. Also, we didn't use this dispenser. Great. So before we do the AFK test, keep in mind I've only put 24 of each mob in their farm to be balanced with the sheep farm. But you can have more cows or chickens. Also, please check this funny knockback. It has been exactly 20 minutes, so let's go ahead and do tick freeze. Now we can rank the farms, finally, starting off with the chicken farm. Let's see how much it produced in 20 minutes. And it produced 27 chicken and 25 feather. Now as I said, you can have even more chicken in there, but I didn't for the sake of this video. Now the categories will be 3 with a total mark of 30. First category is production, which if you get more chickens than me, it can definitely be an 8 out of 10. Great, just not the greatest. And for the second category, which is the materials of this farm are like any other farm. You need to go to the nether for the comparator like always, so I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Now for the third category, which is how automatic it is. Well, this farm is fully automatic, so it deserves a 10 out of 10, meaning the full mark is 27 out of 30. I absolutely recommend it if you've gone to the nether, because you can just spam a bunch of these and not worry about breeding or anything. Now the cow farm, it has pretty good production, so 9 out of 10. It's the absolute cheapest farm, so 10 out of 10. And it's not automatic, as you have to manually breed them, and in 1.20 you even have to manually kill them, so 5 out of 10, with a total mark of 24 out of 30. Definitely the best starter farm, but you just need a lot of breed. Now the sheep farm is quite confusing because it needs a pretty long time for the baby sheep to grow, so it only made pretty similar production to chicken, but a lot more wool, so 9 out of 10. It's not cheap, at least for early game, so 7 out of 10. And you have to manually breed them, so 7 out of 10. With a total mark of 23 out of 30. I wouldn't really recommend it unless you want wool, and yeah, that's it. The best farm overall is the chicken farm, but the best starter farm is the cow farm. So if you have any questions, you can go to the respective owners video, or you can ask me in the comments below and I'll answer them. Goodbye.